founder engineer at Chickadee Tech, and I'm working on a thing called Polystack. And specifically, I'm going to show how Polystack running CleanFlight is awesome. In particular, I'm going to show you the ability that I just finished, code-wise, to auto-configure CleanFlight based on what you have stacked. So the way I'm going to show you is I've got CleanFlight pulled up here, and I've got, it's connected to my laptop. So this is a test board. This is the F3 board. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flash it. You can see it's running something. I'm going to do a full chip erase flash. Full chip erase. I'm going to load a local firmware. And I'm going to flash. And what we should expect to see is that all of the settings are to the default settings. So PWM, radio signal, all of the serial ports are not configured to anything. So if we just take a look, you can see it moves. Great. Gyro still works. And then if we look at ports, we've got UART1 as an MSP, and then everything else is default. Configuration here, PPM by default, and Spectrum 1024. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to unplug the power, and I'm going to place 2 boards on top, since this is trying to be a fast video. The bottom board is the board that you would put an X4R SB on, which is a serial protocol radio receiver. And then on top of that is the micro SD card module, or mod. And it's used in CleanFlight as a black box, specifically one-to-one black box logging, which is awesome. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully put it on top, because they don't have the structural parts of the stack, so you got to be careful. And then I'm going to plug it in, and we're going to see what CleanFlight shows in the UI after I plug it in. So now, if we look at ports, we've got UART3 set to serial RX, and we've got smart port on 2. So those are the 2 things that are connected to the X4R SB. And then we have the MSP port still set because it's not used at all. So that's still default. If we go into configuration, if you're familiar with this, we now have RX serial here. And we have SBus selected as the RX provider. You still would have to change your channel ordering if that's what you need. But we've also enabled features like telemetry and black box by default. And then lastly, if we look under the black box settings, you can see that it's onboard SD card, which is on board, basically means what you want, and that it's set to one-to-one logging. So it did all that automatically, which is awesome. So you have less to configure when you update. If you're running Betaflight and it's updating all the time, it'll be much easier to get in there and make sure you don't miss anything. In fact, this will also cover SBus inversion and that sort of thing also gets auto set. So even if it's not in the UI, the CLI parameters are set appropriately also. Yeah, check out my longer form videos for information on how this actually works, but I want this video to be a short 4 minutes or 5 minutes. If you want more information, if you're interested in buying this, it's probably still not out yet, but the place to look and sign up on an email list is chickadee.tech. That's CHICKADEE. It's a bird that lives out here in the Pacific Northwest. And if you want to make a mod to go on a Polystack control board, or you want to make the control board, you can find more developer information at polystack.org. Awesome. Thanks for watching.